speaker. I hate sound machines. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, who wants to sit around all day long and hear? So I have a sound machine that I don't usually play. I play the voice that comes across here, but it's usually music, light music that distorts sound and without, freaking anybody out, because no harsh sounds. This is my friend Grape. He was given to me quite a while back. Grape's been sitting there on the shelf watching me make sure I behave myself, that I don't get into trouble or do anything too crazy. He had a scarf made for him a long time ago, and this guy came from New York. He's a souvenir from a New York trip, and of course, you have to have this. If you're going to practice hypnosis, even if you don't use it, everyone has to have one of these just so you have that look. But let's be honest, could you really be hypnotized to that loud thing? But it makes a cute prop. It sits on my shelf. I have a lot of books that I'm interested in. As you can see, I like to read about Foucault, Nietzsche, Freud, Jung, and those are fun starter books for people who are interested. I suggest once you get into that, you might go and get some of the more detailed, heavier reading books on the subject. They're interesting people, though, and you'd be surprised at how much all of their ideas form the basis of a lot of therapy. Other than that, I got Sherlock Holmes. To me, he represents my inquisitive mind. He wants to know and ask questions, find out information. The books that I have, most of this shelf is therapy books that have to do with hypnosis, light hypnosis, hypnotic talk. Until you get towards the end, I do work with a lot of clients who have personality disorders. So every time I can, I try to read up more and more about personality disorders, because each one is very distinct and how you treat each one is very distinct. EMDR, which is one of the therapies that I practice, along with motivational interviewing. Motivational interviewing is the glue that holds everything else together, because how you talk to people, no matter the value of your message, if you can't get it heard, it'll have no effect. So you have to start realizing how you talk affects people, and then the information you put into it carries over. But it's very important on how you get the word across. Katie Morton, I have to give her a shout out. One of my favorite people. I love to watch her YouTube videos. I bought her book and read it. I get a lot of good background advice, therapy, different points of view from her. Family therapy, I do that. As you go down, books that I read that I put up here and recommend, and if a client asks me about it, I'm able to tell them something about the things I'm reading. I'll soon be going back and reading Stop Walking on Eggshells. It was recommended for people who have family members who have borderline personality disorder. I'm constantly snatching off of this shelf. That's why I put it in easy reach, because I always verify my diagnosis and my treatment plans, and I want to be able to be clear and concise with treatment plans, because I tell people the whole point of going to therapy is to not go to therapy. One day you want to be able to meet the goals that you met when you walked in the door, and you need to be able to define what you're doing, why you're doing it, and where you're going to be when you get there. And then the bottom of the shelf is just general counseling stuff and cognitive therapy, which is real important. A lot of people want basic CBT. This I recommend only because art therapy is one of the things that most people can agree on. Sitting and coloring a picture calms the mind and makes them feel better. So